Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. And then I can go and take that barley and I can sell it to whoever is going to give us the most money. And selling that will, well, it should be more than 1,000. I haven't actually looked at the price, so I will go and look at the price. Why? What are you doing now? What is that? He's driving all the way down here. Wait a minute. He's driving down there. He's not actually engaged and doing anything. So now what's he doing? Now he's moving the line along the same line that he was on already. I don't understand what you're doing. I need to see that. I need to see what it is that it's trying to accomplish with this. This makes absolutely no sense at all. What are you doing? Like, you've now travelled across the field. You drove all the way up, by the look of it, with your thing raised up in the air, not doing anything at all. So now you've got to this point. Now what are you doing? You're going to go back round and do it again. How many times will it go across the field? That's what I'm wondering, is how many times will it actually drive across the field? So now he gets to there. I don't even think the tractor knows what it's doing. Alright, what exactly is the point of this maneuver? Don't think it's going to cause any problems if I let it run all the way to the end of the row over there. Just I'm hoping it won't, so I'm going to let that one go just so that we can find out exactly what it is that it is trying to accomplish here with its life. Something seems a little off. Something seems a little off. It's sort of, this is the kind of situation where if that was a person and you were talking to them, you would be asking them very seriously if everything was alright in their life, because things don't quite add up. There definitely seems to be something that's a little bit off with what's going on with their lives. No, I'm going to drive this one. Actually, I'm just going to drive this one to here, because then it's a little tiny bit closer to that side. Crawls along so slowly. I want this one to be able to move. I want this one to... I want to get rid of this one. I'm fed up with it's the slow speed of it. That's the bit that irritates me more than anything, I think, is just how slow it is. Right, you can fold up, and actually I'll take you off down this way while that one's still unloading a bit. I can bring it down there, and I don't want to fold up the header. I just want to fold up the combine itself. And I'll deal with the header in a minute. But I'm going to bring the combine down to there. And then I will stop it there. It can park up there for a minute. Let's... Oops. I want to do that. Let's lower that header down. It could just rest like that. And then... No, I don't want to stop you. I will get to that one. This one, we've got another 7,600 in here. If I run this up over to the truck a second, we get that unloaded, and then that truck is good to go to the shop. And we've got the money then that we need in order to be able to buy that silo that we're after. Once we've got the silo sorted out, so there's that one. Then I want to go to this one. I want to drive this down out of the way. Once we've got the silo, we can go and put straw in it. We've already got some straw in for the cows. I'll go and pick the hay up in the field up there a little bit later. I want to... It's the silo and the stuff that we want to get going now, because I also want to get planting going. We need to get going with planting for the next season, for the oats that we're going to do. He's still going down there. He's still industriously being an idiot. Now what are you doing? You're going to be an idiot? I'm starting to get... I want to find out what it's doing. I would like to let it run its course so that I can see exactly what it's going to accomplish with this little run that it's doing. I'm certain that there is purpose here. I just don't know what that purpose is and how many times it's going to travel across the field before it gives up. I don't know if moving stuff now depletes windrows. It used to. FS13, I remember reading a thing on a forum somewhere where it said that it definitely depletes the windrows. Every time you did a pass with a hay turner or with a rake, it would actually reduce the quantity of material that was there. So if you went over it with a rake like 100 times, it would actually physically reduce the quantity that you had there and just keep doing that. I don't think it does that anymore. I don't think that's anything, I don't think it's a thing at all. I think it's anything that we need to worry about. So because we don't need to worry about it, I can let that one just keep going. Despite how utterly redonkulous that it really is. We've got a great demand at the barn. What are we great demanding? Barley right now is 1,200 at the restaurant, which we are going to go and get. The barn, the great demand. That's for hay. That's no good to us. But that's also at the barn, and the one that I'm at the moment is this one, and we're getting the least amount of money available. If we was to take it all the way down to the barn, we would get a third higher in price than we're getting right now. I don't want to take it to the barn, because the barn is right down by the BGA, which is near the restaurant, way over the other side of town, which is all the way down over there. I don't want to do that. I can't be bothered with that. Right, he's come down to the end of the field now. Now what's he doing? He's now turning round. He's going to go up the very outside edge of the field. Still being weird. Still being strange. I'm starting to wonder whether my policy on this farm of allowing the drivers to smoke in the cabs, if they so choose, I think you're allowed to do that still in a workplace. You're allowed to let them smoke in a cab if they are the only person in the cab. I'm not actually sure what the policy is on that anymore. It's a job to keep up where you're allowed to smoke and where you're not allowed to smoke. But I'm starting to think that my policy of allowing the drivers to smoke in their cabs is possibly backfiring, because the smoke over there that is belching from that vehicle is quite possibly blue smoke rather than anything else. Let's have a look. What's he going to do now? He has now worked his way right, and he's finished. So in order to do a good job on the field, the driver feels that he needs to go across the entire field twice in order to actually be effective. Quite why he feels this urge to go across the entire thing twice, I have absolutely no idea, and unfortunately he's already up sticks and left, so I can't even ask him about it. But I'd be interested to hear anybody's theories as to why he is doing that, why they feel that that is the right way to behave. We have got 197,000 litres of barley here. We're selling it at 1,200 a pop, which means that we're going to get... what are we going to get? About $240,000. That's not too bad. Well, euros. I know I've got it on dollars at the moment. It should be on euros. It's going to be about 240,000 on top of the 90 grand that we got right now. We've just got 6,200. So we're gaining, what have we got down there? Another 6 loads. That's another 30,000. That's 120 plus 240, 360,000. We have actually got enough money to at least buy the straw storage and the definitely the silage bunker and the straw storage, and I'd say that we've also got I'm going to go and put this one over in that shed over there. Straw storage, silage bunker, the mixed feeder, the mixed feeding station. We'll probably have enough for that one as well. I don't need to go and store all of the straw from this so that I can sell a bit more of that. Plus, we get money comes in overnight. Like, we have a good steady income coming in. just going to leave you there. I will start planting in a bit. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I am going to take this one up to the top, and I'm going to start doing stuff up there. We should have enough money to get the mixed feeder set up and able to be feeding cattle. The storage silo set up and able to be storing bedding for the cattle. And the silage bunker as well, and get that one in place so that the next cut of grass that we take off of that little field, we can do as just grass and stick that into the silage bunker and do it in there. Now, I wasn't at the moment planning to be carrying any fertilizer up to that field and doing anything up there with fertilizer, purely because I figured it was taking too long. I'm wondering if I should change that policy. Whether I should do something a little bit different. I could go and get a... Actually, I suppose if we get a slurry tanker, we can throw slurry on there, and then all we need is... You know, it would help if I started this one up, wouldn't it? It's a bit embarrassing. All we need then, if I was to go and get a slurry tanker, just a little one, it doesn't have to be very big. Just press H on there. It doesn't have to be very big at all. If I was to go and get that one... What do I want to do? I'm thinking that we go and take this and we go and sell it. Get this lot done and done and dusted and sold. And just have a look in here a second. We're already getting a decent bit of slurry. We're getting manure now because we've got to put straw in for them, and then they've got an extra 10%. I think they still produce slurry. Actually, that's something that we can find out. If I speed that up to 120 times like that, 79 and 5990. Just got to wait for it to do one tick. There we go. They're both changed. They're both changed. I'll slow it back down again. So we're still getting slurry. So we can use that to apply to the field. They're just a little. It's only a little small grass field. So we only need a small slurry tanker. And then we can have the Stara tractor. Will spend most of its time over at the yard. Actually, I want to go this way because I'm on my way to the restaurant. Go out onto the main road, so I can just take the main track around the outside edge of the farm rather than going right through the farm. And then I got a choice. I can turn left or right here. I actually like the idea of using that engine brake right down through the middle of town, just because I can. I know it's going to upset everybody involved. No, I don't care. There's plenty of people in town who are going to enjoy this. There are plenty of people who just want to hear this thing in action. You know there are. Right. I know you do. I do. This thing is absolutely... Like, seriously, it doesn't get much better than this. It's going to take you up through here. That car better not be heading down here. Nope. And, well, there's a car coming up there. I'm going to swing on around that way like that. Just avoid him. Okay, I need a bit of speed. So, you guys up here, you're not going to hear it echo, but I can echo it. Yes! Okay, we got a little bit of engine roar coming off it. Not a lot, not a huge amount. But we did get some engine roar coming off there. Yeah, we had a beautiful bit of engine roar there. And then I'm going to bring you on round this way, because I don't see any cars on this bit of road. So if I go this way round, it'll just make life a little bit easier for us. And round there. It's just the way that it goes up through the gears as well. It's not just a continuous sound. He says, waiting for the gear change that never arrives. But it's a restaurant right here. Anyway, we want to sell the barley right in here. And there we can sell. If we go and have a look in here and check the price a moment. Double check. Restaurant 1,202. We've got 197 in here. Let's get that sold. How much money are we going to get from selling all of this? Look at that. Look at that money coming. There we have enough money to go and buy the silo that we want to get. And we could potentially, once all of this is sold, also have enough money to go and get the other silo as well. We're going to need to sell a little bit of the straw in order to do it, but we're up to 320, said 237,000. I said it'd be about 240. Not bad. That is not bad at all. That is absolutely fantastic. Right, silos. I need a silo. I might actually spend a bit of time doing this once I've got the planting started. Because I need to like fully decide how we're going to do this. Do I have it like that way round? Do I swing it around and put it here so that we can easily unload? Bring it back that way a bit and then like shape out the road over here so I got more room for it. Bring it back a little bit so that I'm off the road a bit more. Maybe I need to be the other way round if we have it spun. Let me just press shift there. It spins it around a bit faster. If I was to put it this way round, would that be better? Because then it's much easier unloading during harvest time. And then when we're gathering stuff, it doesn't matter if you've got to take a little tiny bit longer. We've also got the road up here that we've got to take into account. It is a shortcut road up here. Technically, it's not really a road that you would use. You wouldn't be driving up and down there unless, of course, you are making hay here. And even then, you would probably be coming in this road down here. You come in there and you come down that track there. And then you come into the farm here. So that up there is probably not something that we'd want to be using very much. Which means that we can kind of position this centrally. I mean, you'd still be able to get past it, but then it would allow some room for, like, extra silos up over here somewhere or something like that. I don't know. I don't need to worry about that for a minute. The truck can actually just wait there. We'll bring that back a little bit later. And I can instead focus my attention on running this one for a minute, just so that I've got the field cleared. If I can clear these two fields down here, I can get started with planting. And then if I can get the planting underway, then there's some other things that we can go and do after, such as getting our farm all kind of sorted out. Top end. I'm just going to do a quick pass along this bottom end here, and just gather up these rough bits here, and then there's another couple of rough bits up across the field. Not very many, but there is just a couple of them up there. I'm going to go and take that bit out there like that, and you've got these couple of little... Well, it's just that spot there. That bit we'll get when we're doing the rest of the field. And I want to get that one, and then I want to go over there to our left and sort of finish it. This is the bit where the rake didn't, like, engage properly. Didn't do what it was supposed to do. And then there's a little tiny bit there that I left as I was coming through. So I'm just going to pick that up, and then we'll go over this side, and we will carry on with this job. Alright, because I'm coming back into a new recording session here, and I have, this one was just like at the end of the row. I'm bringing it down to the end of the field down here and starting it so that we don't have to worry too much about nursing it, because otherwise it's going to end up trying to turn the wrong way. We know what this one is like. It is very, very fickle with everything that it does, so we're just going to let it go there and hope that it at least attempts to do something that it's supposed to do. It's left a little bit behind there. This one does have, like, this is a really good rake, and I do really like it, but it does have this rather annoying habit of skipping up and down in places and just leaving little tiny bits when it's on slightly rough ground. I notice this in the time-lapse series as well, where when I'm trying to rake grass or hay on the slightly rougher ground that I've got there. It does have this tendency to leave bits. So whilst this is a really, really magnificent machine, it is slightly annoying as well. But anyway, he's carrying on right there, and he's doing what he needs to do. So we're going to carry on back over here, and we're going to do what we need to do, which is gather up the rest of these two fields down here so that we can get started on planting the next crop, which I believe is going to be... this is barley, isn't it? This is barley. So it's going to be... We're going to be doing oats next. So once we've done this field in here, once we've gathered up all this straw, or these 2 fields, then we'll be working on oats. And I'm thinking I'm probably... Once we need to deal with the cows next. Obviously, that's kind of like our priority at the moment, spending some money on there. But I would like to get the upgraded what do you call thingy-majiggy forage wagon. I want to get the upgraded forage wagon sort of fairly soon. I mean, maybe we'll be able to get that in time to be picking up the oat straw. That would be rather nice, because it's going to be a fair bit of a difference if we can have that Stevie one that's got 90,000 litres on it. Not to mention the fact that it does go a little bit faster. So all round, it's going to be a better option, I think. I would very much like to be able to use that one, and that means that we'll be getting our straw cleared away just that little bit quicker than we are right now. Now, I am curious if I was to go and get bales and do this with a baler instead of a forage wagon, if I can still dump... I know that I can put bales into the cattle feeder, the mixed feeder that I want to use, which is this one right in here. If we go into global company, it's that cow feed mixer there. That's the one that I would like to use. I want to get that one, and I want to have this one over at the cows. If we can have this bad boy here installed, which we will probably put... Probably going to end up with it like somewhere in the middle like this. I'm not quite sure at the moment, because we've also got to make room for silage. I might actually end up with it like here somewhere, taking up part of this field. But I definitely want to be using this one eventually. I'm not quite sure when we're going to get to it. And so I know that you can put bales in that one. That one, it does definitely take bales. I've done that before. What I'm not sure about is the other storage system that I want to use, and for using loose straw. I don't know if that one will actually take bales or not. I don't know. I know that the mixed feeder does, but whether the other one takes bales or whether we would have to do it with forage wagons, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I quite like the idea of doing forage wagons. I like the idea of doing a loose handling system rather than baling for once. Just, well, it's not quite for once, because I am doing it in the time-lapse series, but not everybody watches the time-lapse series, so for those of you that just watch this series, it might be an option for us that would be worth looking at. Just sticking completely with loose collection only. No bales at all. No bales on the hay, no bales on the straw, no bales on silage, no bales anywhere. We just do it like this. So we can go with a clamp for silage to start with, whether we stick with a clamp for silage or if we change that over and get one of the fermenters that I'm using in the time-lapse series. I'm thinking probably not, though. Thinking going for silage bunkers as like a permanent thing for this particular series. I thought that it might be a little bit better to do it like that, because I haven't really done that much silage like that with the bunkers. I mean, the main reason is that the time it takes to roll everything down. It is a little bit time consuming to go and do that. I did do a bit of it in likes of the Alps Panorama series, which was actually the last series that I did. But at the same time, I'm still thinking I would... Wait, what did I do there? Press that button. Press the wrong button. So, yeah, I mean, we could go for bales, because I have got the variable bale capacity mod anyway, which means that I can get a baler. And if I was going to go with a baler, I'd probably just go with the standard baler right here, that one right there. I don't think I've actually got a baler that Stevie has gone and adjusted. I might have. Did I have? Oh, yes, I do. I've got that one right there. And he's automatically adjusted it to 8,000 litres. And we've got a 27k pickup on that one, rather than the normal 20k speed on it. Oh, that's the one by... Ducky Stevie did his, and then Ducky went and altered it so that it's got faster wrapping speed on those two, but I don't want to use those. So this one right here, the variable bale capacity, 8,000 litres that he's got on his, but with the variable one, I can change that up to 12,000 or even 20,000 litres. So we can have some really high capacity bales, and it means that like we're just sort of doing one bale for what would otherwise have been every 5 bales. I mean, with the Stevie one there, that, you know, obviously is a few less. But anyway, I'm not quite sure. I mean, probably as we expand, it will be better to do that, because going backwards and forwards with forage wagons all the time will end up getting a bit tedious. So probably it'll be something that we do end up going for eventually, just not quite sure when exactly it's going to be. Now, I know I've gone and left a few little bits of straw behind. I really do want to go back and get them, and it is bugging me that I have left them behind. However, in the name of speed, I am really fighting the urge to go back and get the bits that I've left in the field there, just so that we can get a little bit of a move on and clear this field of all of the straw. So I'm selling all of the straw down here, and then once we get up to the top 2 fields, I will be doing up there. Right, our rake is actually finished, so I'm going to get there. I'm just going to run to the end of the row here. Actually, no, I tell you what, I will fill up the forage wagon, take it over and start emptying it, and then I will skip straight over to the rake, and we will set that one going in the next field. So let me go over this side, one down through this row right here, like that, and then I can get the other field going up there, and I'll wait until I have cleared both of these fields down here before I start anything doing planting in here. So we need to get oats planted in here, and get oats planted in a little tiny field over there. I think we'll probably say that we'll keep that small field until we've done like one more round of everything. And then when we complete this, we'll complete this cycle of doing everything. That truck's got to be brought back. The combine's got to be put away. You're already put away, but the only thing that is tidied and put away at the moment. And I want you, and you've stopped right there. Well, that's reasonable, I suppose. We can leave it like that. And I'll bring you down this side. And I'll put you about there, and off you go. So that's going to run up through there, and then it'll come back down through and just shunt that row over a little tiny bit, and the rest of it should be all tickety-boo and hunky-dory and wonderful. Okay, let's go with this one. Another 6,000 right there. So we're on 346,000 euros. We've got enough for the storage. Now, there was another storage that I was thinking of possibly trying, which was the one that we used a bit in the when I was doing live streams, and I'm not sure what that one was, but I don't know the speed that it unloads. The problem with the silo system that I'm looking at using is that the unloading speed on it is rather slow. And I could go and edit it, and I could make it go a little bit faster, and I am sort of seriously considering doing that, but at the same time, I'm not sure. It's the other sort of side of the coin as far as bulk storage and stuff like that. I mean, if we've got bales, then we can just go and store them. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.